This was my vegetable garden, which is now turned into a giant's garden full of giant sunflowers, and the sunflower up above my head is 8 feet tall. The one I'm holding here is probably about, must be 5 foot tall, because I'm only 5'2", and I thought I would whisper because it's such a serene, quiet place. But see, it's 8 foot tall. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk, and there I am, tiny. I'm like a little elf compared to that giant sunflower that started as a little seed. I had to put my iPhone on top of the end of a broom, and I stuck it on the end of a broom just so that I could get it high enough above the giant sunflower, which you can see here. And I'm going to take you through a tour. I'm not going to talk too much because I just want you to enjoy the garden. And the giant flowers are about the same size as my head. That's how big they are. And they just started out as seeds. If you've been following my channel, you probably saw the beginning of this garden. It is a permaculture garden. But I am surrounded now. It was a vegetable patch, and now I am just surrounded by big golden and orange giant sunflowers everywhere. They're just surrounding me, as you can see. And I planted them for the bees and the birds, like literally. And my garden is like a bird sanctuary and a sanctuary for bees. And I have bees flying all around me, and I'm not scared of the bees at all because they do not come near me. I could probably pet the bees because they know who I am. Now here are the seeds. These flowers have gone to seed, and up the top here, this is where the birds sit on top. All the petals have fallen off this flower, and it's got to seed, and there are all the seeds on top there, and that's where the birds sit. And what they do is they fly underneath and they pick out the seed, and then they sit on top of the flower head here and eat the seeds and leave the husk, and these are all the husks. So if I get a chance in the morning, I will try and catch one of the birds and film it for you, sitting on top of the sunflower head, but those are all empty husks. So I'm going to have to cut one of the heads off and put it in the hot water cupboard to dry it out before all the birds eat all the seeds. And I will save all the seeds for next year and replant them again. But there are purple seeds underneath, and the bird flies underneath, picks out the seed, and then goes and sits on top and eats the seed. Matras are like seeds. Each mattress sound is a seed sound. So here are some more seeds, and I'm going to save these ones, pick them up and save them. But mantras are seed sounds. They're like seeds. Mantras are like seeds. They will grow whatever the seed sound is. So if you want wealth, you will choose the seed sound for wealth, which would be Brazil or Shreem, or even a Kubra mantra. And I wanted to show you this was the stem of the giant 8-foot sunflower, because it's really prickly. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's got like soft little hairs all over it. It reminds me of our skin, and our skin has little fine hairs, and our skin has veins, just like the flower leaves, like here the leaf does. Like, they look like veins to me, like we've got the same veins, only theirs is green and ours is red. And those are the little buds coming up for new flowers. They're the new flowers coming up, and this is another flower head that has gone to seed. Here is another bee. I am surrounded by bees because this garden is a sanctuary for bees. I actually planted all these flowers for the bees, so they don't sting me. I have been asked to do gardening jobs around beehives because they know that I'm not scared of bees, because the bees will not bite me. And the reason why the bees will not bite me or sting me, let's say sting me, not bite me, and they're not threatened by me, is because I have saved these bees. I saved their beehive and their queen bee from extinction because they were the hive was being attacked by ants, and the neighbour, who is a beekeeper, was putting in Roundup, and I told him about the salt remedy. Salt kills ants naturally, but will not harm the bees. So he went and bought a big bag of salt and saved his colony of bees, and I think he's got about 3 hives, beehives, so 3 lots of queens, and I saved them from extinction, so they know who I am, and that's why they don't bite me, and I can come this close to them. Also because I resonate on their frequency, because I do the bee mantra, the royalty mantra, because bees are royalty. They have a queen bee